Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lady Pioneers Softball here on the campus of Volunteer State Community College. We're at Gallatin, Tennessee. Lady Pioneers will take on the Lady Chargers of Columbia State today in TCCAA conference action. And a midweek game, that means not a whole lot of folks in the stands, so I would expect the number on the YouTube channel to continue to rise. Shows on my YouTube channel, my iPad, that 8 of you, which includes me as one, are listening in. Beautiful day right here, a little bit windy, over 10-mile-an-hour winds expected here at the Nichols Softball Complex as the umpires have arrived and they are finished checking the bats, getting balls into the ball sack, and getting ready to go. Ball State Lady Pioneers gathering out in left field. Last-minute instructions from head coach Christian Lynn. This is Tim Reese on the Vol State Sports Network. Glad to be back with you doing softball today. Don't get a chance to do all the games, but appreciate Christian Lynn and the folks here in the administration to allow me to be able to broadcast Lady Pioneer softball. I have to check the latest rankings. Maybe Alyssa Costley knows. We got a latest ranking for still 20th in the country. I know we were 20th against Chattanooga State on Sunday, and they were 14th. Ball State got a split in non-conference action with the Lady Tigers. Two really good games, not necessarily well played defensively, but Chattanooga State did not bring out their top two pitchers. And Olivia Laney, I saw, has got the accolade for Pitcher of the Week again. That's not news. But Amaya Collier has been killing the ball since she's gotten back from being off for a little over a month. She missed 18 games. But she has been on a tear. She's on a 14-game hitting streak. Let's get you the Toyota of Gallatin starting lineups as the two coaches will come over to have a meeting with the umpire or umpires. Jaylee Warren will be leading off for Columbia State. She will pitch. Batting second, playing first base, Madison Errol. J.D. Parrish is the right fielder. She'll bat third. Behind the plate is Jacqueline Luke, hitting cleanup. Abby Brown at second base, batting fifth. Center fielder is Bella Birdsong. She hits sixth. And Micah Price bats seventh, playing third base. Chloe West in left field hits eighth. Reagan Burleson will bat ninth and play shortstop. Columbia State comes to Gallatin today with 11 players on their lineup card, 9 in the starting lineup. Their head coach is Samantha. Call her Sam King. She's in her second year as the head coach. She's assisted by Abby Scrow, and the athletic director in her third year for Columbia State, Katie Willingham. Now for the Lady Pioneers, 20th in the country. Leading off, Michaela Fuqua bats first, plays second base. Erica Abbott is the DP today. She'll hit second. Amaya Collier batting third, playing shortstop. Lydia Kirby in the cleanup spot, playing first base today. Shelby Green out in right field, bats fifth. Carly Costley at third base, batting sixth. And the 7-hole hitter, Caitlin Dillard, with one set of grandparents here in attendance, holding down the home side. Do see a few other folks coming in, late arrivals. Caitlin Dillard plays left field, and she'll bat seventh. Katie Robinson's in center field today. She'll hit eighth. Anna Harrison behind the plate, the old lefty behind the plate, bats ninth. And in the circle for the Lady Pioneers, Cheris Nichols. Cheris is a freshman out of Clarksville High School, a former Clarksville Wildcat. Daughter of Curtis and Malay Nichols, sister to Emberly and Lovella. Cheris comes in. Let's see, find her sheet there. 27th appearance of the year today. It'll be her 13th start of the year. She has an 11-2 record, 3.77 ERA, and 81-plus innings of work. Struck out 29 batters. Pitched in both games against Chattanooga State. Came on in relief of Game 1. That was an 11-9 loss. Came on in relief in Game 2. Brooklyn Levin got the start. She went 6 2/3 innings. Charis Nichols came in and got the last out. And then Vol State won the game in the bottom of the 7th inning on an unearned run that was scored. As we are about set for the national anthem, and our DJ today, Alyssa Costley, the assistant coach for Christian Lynn, up here in the press box. She won't stay here long, though. She's only up here to do her patriotic duty to play the national anthem. She hasn't asked me. I could actually do that for her, and she could be on the field with the team, but she hasn't asked. We'll take a break while they play the national anthem. You're listening to the Ball State Sports Network. And Alyssa Costley says, play ball. I like it that she plays the game with me here. She follows a lead. It's a good assistant coach. Maybe one day in a head coach, Alyssa Costley, maybe. Are you still thinking about playing? No, you're done? Your playing days are over? A mom? That mom trumps playing softball? Older sister of Carly Costley, the third baseman for Lady Pioneers. Former pitcher here at Vol State. Played 1 year or 2 years? One, right? 1.5. Got injured. Had surgery. Was that hangnail on that big toe, wasn't it? Is that what it was? No, you're tougher than that. A UCL. Well, Christian Lynn's glad to have you here. Help out with the pitchers. He's a former basketball player, so what's he know about softball, right? Just growing up in a house with his father, Johnny Lynn, who was the coach here for 30 years. The former basketball player at Auburn, Johnny Lynn, coached softball. He also coached men's and women's basketball here at Vol State. He's been here a long time, but he hadn't been here as long as athletic director Bobby Hudson. 39th year at Vol State. He also was a student here. Went on to MTSU, came right back, I believe, to Vol State. Been here since 1986. It's a long time. Been the athletic director since 2006. So he's coming up on 20 years in that position. He's got way more experience here at Volunteer State than our new president, the Dr. Wendy Tostenson. Granddaddy's shown up with some information. All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Grandfather on the maternal grandfather of Caitlin Dillard. Joe and Peggy Brown from Greenbrier. They're here in attendance. Appreciate him giving me the information that I lacked for Caitlin. We are about set for softball. Charis Nichols in the circle to deliver the first pitch right down the can for a called strike, and we are underway. 1:01 p.m. Central Time. Game time temperature is 62 degrees. There is a base hit up the middle by Jaylee Warren. The second pitch she sees from Charis Nichols. Warren from Waynesboro, Tennessee. She's a freshman. She's the pitcher in game one. Gets the party started for the Lady Chargers. Next to Madison Errol from Murfreesboro, Riverdale. She's a freshman. Only two sophomores. She swings and misses. Ball pops out of Harrison's glove. Errol hitting .330. This is the 34th game of the year. She's playing in her 33rd. She lifts one out to center field. Katie Robinson over, and then Ian makes the catch for out number one. Jadis Parrish, freshman right fielder from Cookeville, is the third batter of the top of the first. Parrish hitting .274. 3 home runs, takes a healthy cut there, comes up empty. Columbia State hitting .285 on the season. That's 9th in the conference out of 11 teams. Swinging and miss again. Swinging a little bit early. Charis Nichols spots her pitches. Not necessarily going to impress with the velo, but she misses barrels. 0-2 count, the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard says, and there's a swing and a miss, and a Chick-fil-A Gallatin strikeout for out number 2. First strikeout of the game for Nichols. That'll bring up Jacqueline Luke, the catcher, cleanup hitter from Fairview, Tennessee. Luke hitting .321. Pops one off the end of the bat, and Michaela Fuquay is going to make the catch for the third out in the top of the first. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, 1 runner left on base. Just getting started here in game 1 of the doubleheader. Thanks for joining me on the Vol State Sports Network on YouTube. We'll be right back. Beautiful sunny day here in Gallatin, Tennessee, located about 20 miles northeast of Nashville, Music City. About an hour and 10 or 15 minute drive to Columbia, Tennessee. Columbia State hosted the baseball and softball tournament last May. Katie Willingham and her crew did an excellent job. I was down there to broadcast audio only. Jay Harper of the Game Time Sports Network had the softball broadcast. Greg Bradley had the baseball broadcast. He's their home broadcaster for baseball. I'm not sure that he does softball. Michaela Fuquay is the leadoff batter. Looks at 2 out of the zone as she leads off the bottom half of the first for Vol State. hitting .418. She played and started every game. There's a called strike on the outside corner. I'm assuming she started. The stat shows she's got 44 starts, but sometimes there's a certain button you have to hit when inputting the statistical accomplishments of each game. Popped up in the infield. Shortstop Reagan Burleson underneath it. She makes the catch for out number 1. Peek away from Decatur, Alabama. She's a sophomore and having a phenomenal 2-year stint with Vol State. Last year was a second-team all-conference performer. Played right field as Erica Abbott steps up, playing second base this year. Abbott getting a rest from defensive duties. She's the designated player today. Whoa, sorry about that. Camera got moved. Ball and a strike. Get that fixed here shortly. Lines wide down the left field line. Loops it down there. It drops in foul territory. Chloe West picks it up, throws it back in. If that works any better. A little bit cockeyed. Count 1-2. Line into left field. That'll get down for a base hit. Abbott. It's the first hit of the ball game for the Lady Pioneers, a one-out knock to left. She's hitting .412. That's her 64th hit of the year. Now Maya Collier stand in. One of the top players in the, not only the conference, but in the country is a changeup. Taken for a ball. Michaela Fuqua will steal second base. That's her 62nd steal of the year. Not only leads the Lady Pioneers, it leads the TCCAA, and it leads the country. I'm sorry, that's not Michaela Fuqua, that's Erica Abbott. She's also a prolific base stealer. I just assumed that Fuqua got on base. It's not far-fetched, actually. She gets on at a 5:11 clip. Erica Abbott picks up her 29th stolen base. That one's grounded in the hole. Shortstop Burleson's throw to first is not in time. Collier beats out the infield single. Abbott stays at second. Back-to-back singles. One into the outfield and one an infield single. Back-to-back hits brought to you by Hit After Hit. Lynn Pilkington owned business down in Nashville. Lydia Kirby. You think of Lydia Kirby, you think of RBIs as she takes off-speed pitch in there for a called strike. She's leading the conference in RBIs, and I believe she is tied for second in the country. Young lady who's leading in home runs and RBIs. I think from Paris Junior College as that pitch misses just up. Home plate umpire today, Ken Cato. On the bases, Jeremy Pittman for game one. Kirby leading the team in hits, throw down to third, and Erica Abbott's going to pick up a stolen base, and Amaya Collier is to slide into second base. Not slide, she's going to coast into second base with a stolen base as well. Runners now at second and third, 2-1 count to Kirby. She takes off speed on the outside corner for called strike two. 79 RBIs on the season. Last year had 103, second in the country. She was the TCCAA Player of the Year last year. Drives one out to right field. That should get a run. It will. It'll go over the head of Jadis Parrish. 2 runs will score. Kirby's going to round second. Cruz into third base, sliding. The tag is late, and that is a 2-run triple. And the Framework Athletics first runs of the game scored by Erica Abbott and Amaya Collier. Ball State leads 2-0. Wind is blowing out to right field, or from center field to right. Kirby able to get that one over. That one's popped up. Foul off the bat is Shelby Green. Another sophomore. First 6 in the Vol State lineup, all sophomores. Back to back to back hits brought to you by Hit After Hit. Green looks at a strike in there. She's down in the count 0-2. Jaylee Warren looks at her wrist and has the sign. Popped out to right center. Over in the gap is Parrish. She makes the catch. That'll be a sacrifice fly. Out number 2, but run number 3 for the Lady Pioneers. RBI to Shelby Green. That's her 46th of the year. Kirby comes in to score. That brings up Carly Costley with 2 outs and nobody on. 3 runs in the inning on 3 hits and a sac fly. Line drive right back at the pitcher. I think she got a piece of it. Costley's going to reach on the infield single. Let's get that runner off of third base. It's just me in the press box. No help here for softball. I have some help for baseball. Alec Tromke, a medical red shirt for baseball. He helps on the broadcast. We have 4 cameras, sometimes 5 cameras for baseball. He's my camera switcher. Caitlin Dillard. His grandparents are here. On her mom's side, Carrie. She looks at a called strike. Maybe Carrie's listening in. Well, she is. Not sure what she does at Watauga. He said Watauga. Assuming that's the elementary school up on the ridge in Ridgetop. Line down the left field line. It's foul. Scott and Carrie Dillard are the parents of Caitlin Dillard. Joe and Peggy Brown are here. That's Granddaddy and Granby. Other set of grandparents. Granddad and Granny. Everybody's from Greenbrier. Former Greenbrier Lady Bobcat. Hard shot to short, and Burleson just gets ahead of Costley at second base for out number 3. Dillard grounds into the fielder's choice. And that ends the bottom of the first. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. Scheduled for 7, Vol State leads after 1, 3-0. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Welcome back on the Vol State Sports Network. Move to the top of the second inning. Columbia State will send 5, 6, and 7 to the plate to face Cheris Nichols, freshman from Clarksville, Tennessee. 27th appearance of the year. I believe that's second in the conference to her teammate, Brooklyn Levin. 11-2 record. She faces Abby Brown. Brown's from Unionville, Tennessee. She's a sophomore. Line drive. That will get into the glove of Amaya Collier at shortstop for out number 1. Brown got that one off of the end of the bat. Brown comes in hitting .309, playing in her 34th game of the year. Played in every game for the Lady Chargers. Bella Birdsong, another right-handed hitter from Leicester, Alabama. Squares around a bunt, bats it foul. She is a freshman. West Limestone High School. One of 2 from Alabama on the squad. Birdsong lifts one. That's going to get into the glove of Collier as well. A little higher soft line drive. First 2 retired in the top of the second. All-State wearing their blue jersey tops and their white pants. Everybody's got the high pants going so they can see those stirrups. Blue with some red and white stripes. Micah Price, freshman from Murfreesboro Siegel High School, stands in. Another right-handed batter. Went out to right center field. That's going to be trouble. Shelby Green will collect it on 2 hops. The throw into second base is not in time. It's by Collier, but sliding double by Micah Price. Second hit of the game for Columbia State. It's Price's 4th double of the year. Brings up number 8 hitter Chloe West, also from Unionville, also a sophomore. Popped up in the infield. On the right side, Michaela Fuqua is going to make the catch to end the second inning, just like she did in the first. So almost a replica of the first inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Heading to the bottom of the second. Take a break. Be right back. Katie Robinson to lead off the bottom of the second, facing Jaylee Warren. First pitch swinging, taps a foul down the third baseline, foul. Robinson from Murfreesboro Blackman High School, daughter of Ricky and Nikki Robinson. Granddaughter of Pappy and Mimi in Murfreesboro and Poppy and Gigi in Woodbury, Tennessee. Got brothers Jackson and Mason. Robinson hitting .333. This is her 29th game of the year. 19 hits. 1 double, 9 RBIs. Played left field, and she's played center field, playing center field today. Two-one count. Some movement on that pitch, called a strike. Again, goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chloe West in left, Bella Birdsong in center, Jadis Parrish in right field. Warren delivers. Fouled off to the right side. Micah Price at third, Reagan Burleson at short, Abby Brown at second, Madison Errol at first. Behind the plate, Jacqueline Luke catching Jaylee Warren for her only her 8th appearance of the year, 5th start. She has a 1-9 record, 4 complete games, 42 plus innings of work. 2-2 count. Ground ball slowly hit the third. Be tough to get Robinson at first. Throws right on the mark by Price. Ball hit too slowly for Micah to throw out Robinson. Another infield single. Brings up Anna Harrison. Threat to bunt. She will square around, lay it down, will roll foul. As Price picks it up in foul territory. Strike 1. Center fielder and a catcher. Anna Harrison. Pretty sure she could play anywhere, actually. Very athletic. Don't know if her parents are here or not. Squares around the bunt, lays this one down. Throw to first is not going to be in time to get Harrison. 2 infield singles, put runners at first and second. Now back to the top of the lineup. Back-to-back hits brought to you by Hit After Hit. Michaela Fuqua, who popped out to the shortstop, stands in. She's going to square around a bunt. Fouls off the first pitch in her bunt attempt. Sophomore from Austin High School down in Decatur, Alabama. Exit 320 on I-65. Where I head when I go down to see my daughters in Mississippi. Squares around the bunt, pulls the bat back on ball 1. It's past Bucky's. The daughter of Bo and Lena Fuqua. Granddaughter of Granddad in Cortland, Alabama, and Grandma, she's there in Decatur. 1-1. Going to lay that bunt down. It'll roll foul. Fuqua going to come back, grab her bat, and have a 1-2 count. See if she swings away on this one and lays another bunt down that third base line. She can get it fair. Best play is probably to try some other base, not hers. Way back in the box. Normally you're back there when you're swinging away. She will line it into left field. That'll get down for a base hit. Is stumbling coming around third, and now we got 2 runners at third base. Throw back as Katie Robinson's going to get up and now come to the plate, and we've got a pickle going on. Throw is dropped by the pitcher Warren, and Robinson gets in underneath the tag. All-State leads 4-0. A single drives in no runs. As Katie Robinson stumbled coming around third, so no RBI for Michaela Fuqua. She goes down to second base on the throw. Robinson ends up scoring on the E1, I guess, as Erica Abbott stands in. That's 3 straight hits for Vol State. Now runners at second and third. She squares around the butt, pulls the bat back. Ball 1. have it singled into left field. Her first time to the plate, stole second, stole third. She's going to lay a bunt down right in front of the plate. There's no play there. Bases are going to be loaded, which is not good news for Columbia State, as Maya Collier is going to come to the plate. Ball State is dinking and dunking. Maya Collier picked up a base hit in her last 14 games. She now has a 15-game hitting streak. Takes the ball up. Collier from Russellville, Kentucky. She is now 35 for 56. That's over 618. She came in the last 14 games hitting 618. The best bet maybe to walk Collier and Kirby. Take your chances with Costley giving up 2 runs. Collier is second in the conference in home runs. She's got 16. She's second in the conference in RBIs. She's lifted one out to deep right field, and that's a grand slam. Home run off the top of the fence. Collier picks up 4 more RBIs. That's 72, 3, 4, and 5. And her 17th home run of the year. A grand salami. That is now 5 straight hits for the Lady Pioneers here in the bottom of the second. Number 17th of the year. Goes the opposite way and clears the deck for Lydia Kirby. Now she's within 4. Now make it 6 RBIs now, as Kirby picked up 2 with a triple in the first. First pitch is down. Waves her hand to nobody on base. From Alvaton, Kentucky. That's near Bowling Green. Ball gets loose from the bullpen, and time is called. Five runs in the inning for the Lady Pioneers. Scored 3 in the first. Smoked into left field. That'll get down for a base hit. Kirby's rounding first. She will round it and then head back. 6 straight hits. Kirby's 2 for 2. Shelby Green drove in a run with a sacrifice fly in the first. Stands in from the left-handed batter's box. She hits a base hit up the middle. Kirby's going to round second, head to third as Birdsong comes up. Her throw goes into third, and Green moves down to second on the throw. Ill-advised throw there by Birdsong. No chance she's going to get Kirby. Not a double, though, for Shelby Green. Some people might put that down as a double on a score sheet, but it's not. You go to first base and on the base hit, and then you go to second as time is called. But assume that is the assistant coach, Abby Scrow, out to have a chat with Jaylee Warren and the infield. Chat is over, and Carly Costley will step in. Carly had an infield single in the first. ball one. Seven have come to the plate. Seven have reached on base hits. Consley takes that pitch inside. These two teams played last Friday down in Columbia. Popped up on the left side. Third baseman Micah Price makes the catch for out number one. Galen Dillard grounded into a fielder's choice to end the first. Steps up. She's going to try to lay down a bunt. Fouled back, and catcher Jacqueline Luke collects that one for strike one. Dillard came in hitting .392, playing in her 40th game of the year. This is game number 47 for Vol State. Another left-handed hitter. Third baseman Price playing right up in her grill. See her sneaking up. Caitlin draws what I would assume is a cross before she gets into the batter's box and lifts one out to left field. Coming on is Chloe West. She makes the catch and throws home. That'll keep Kirby at third. Now two are out. Katie Robinson, who started the rally off, steps in to try to keep it going. She had an infield single. Ball State with 7 straight hits. Jaylee Warren trying to find that third out. There's a strike called in the inside corner. Only 3 players have pitched for Columbia State. Samantha Staggs is not even on the lineup card, and she has the most innings of work of any pitcher. Jaylee Warren has the least amount, 42. Has lined out in right center field. That is trouble for Columbia State. Robinson will not stop at second. She's going to head to third to throw, not in time. And that is a bases clearing triple. Ball State leads 10-0 on the 2-run triple by Dillard. Robinson. She's now 2 for 2. That brings up Anna Harrison. Second triple of the ball game for Vol State. Lydia Kirby had one in the first. Kirby and Green come home on the 3-bagger by Katie Robinson. Robertson, a freshman from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Four-pitch walk to Harrison brings up Fuqua. First walk of the game for Jaylee Warren. Fuqua's 1 for 2. She singled and scored earlier in this inning. Runners now at first and third, brought to you by Line to Line and Game Time Sports Field. Running on the play is Harrison. She gets down to second base without a throw. Anna Harrison, the daughter of Todd and Jennifer Harrison. Fuqua now with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Granddaughter of Papaw Dennis, Mamaw Gail and Savannah. Papaw Stacy. That one's lined into center field. A diving catch is made by Bella Birdsong to rob Michaela Fuqua. At least a single. Put a star by that one. A nice play by Birdsong to end the inning. The Lady Pioneers score 7. All earned on 8 hits. There was 1 error in the inning. Say all earned. I guess maybe that one at home would not be considered. 1 runner left on base. Make it 2 runners left on base. We're headed to the top of the third. 10-0. Ball State leads. Columbia State to send 9-1-2 to the plate to face Charis Nichols here in the top of the third. Ball State 3 in the first, 7 in the second. They have now scored 40 runs against Columbia State in 2+ games. Game 1 last Friday, 10-0. Won game 2, 20-0. Ball State is second in the conference with an 18-4 record. Looks like the umpire, Ken Cato, is down talking to assistant coach Abby Scrow. See if there's any changes here. Reagan Burleson will lead off. Only 2 subs on the lineup card, Tina Juarez and Casey Boyd. The first one is lifted out to left field, Dillard over, and she's going to make the catch on the first pitch. She might have been into foul territory there for out number 1. Burleson from Summertown. Her and Erica Abbott undoubtedly were teammates a couple years ago. Burleson a freshman. Abbott is a sophomore. Back to the top of the lineup. Jaylee Warren looks at a called strike. Second pitch she saw out of the hand of Charis Nichols. She drove up the middle just to the left of Amaya Collier at shortstop for a base hit. Columbia State with 2 hits in the game. It is a line drive right at Katie Robinson. Well struck, but right at the center fielder for out number 2. Madison Errol will stand in. The first baseman, she flew out to Robinson in the first. Three pitches, now 4 pitches, I think, for Nichols. It's when you throw one right down the can and you see if she's going to deliver. She lifts that one high out to left center field. Just before the warning track, Robinson hauls that one in for a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And the Lady Pioneers will come back in to get the sticks. As tell you about any defensive changes. Looks like we might have somebody new out here. Tell you about it as soon as we get back here on the Vol State Sports Network. Tim Reese on the Vol State Sports Network. Looks like everybody's the same. Erica Abbott stands in. She takes a pitch high and inside for ball one. Two balls and no strikes. There's a pitch in there for strike one. Abbott, a couple singles, 2 runs scored already. Started to go after that. High offering and takes it for ball 3. Single into left field in the first, scored. And a bunt single in the second, now batting for the 3rd time. And the first Full Count Ministries full count of the day. Stay tuned. Near the end of the game, well, the Full Count Ministries verse of the game is drilled out to center field. Bella Birdsong over handles that one easily. She had a nice diving catch of Michaela Fuqua's line drive to end the 2nd inning. Maya Collier, 2 for 2. A grand slam in the second. Infield single in the first. She beat out a ground ball in the hole to Burleson at short. Count now goes 2 balls and no strikes. Collier transfer from University of Central Arkansas. That's down in Conway, Arkansas. Smoked in the left field. It's by the 3rd baseman, Micah Price, who is playing in. And now 3 for 3 is Collier. Maya came in hitting .545, but she does not have enough at-bats to qualify for the leaders in that category. As a matter of fact, the leader is from right here at Columbia State, Jayla Davenport, who leads with a .465 batting average. Problem for Jayla is that she's now out for the year. As Lydia Kirby stands in. Looks at ball 1. Had an unfortunate situation, I understand, from Coach King that she was sliding in. Ground ball to short. They go to second for 1 and on to first. That's a 6-4-3 double play. And that ends the 3rd for Vol State. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. Just to finish the Davenport story. I understand she had surgery. Maybe I think she had an issue with her shoulder. So whatever it wasn't good. And unfortunately for her and for Columbia State, she is out for the rest of the year. And so that 465 batting average won't change. The problem is she might run out of plate appearances by the end of the year. But Maya Collier can pick up, I think it's 7 more plate appearances on top of the 2.7 that you have to have each game, then she'll slide in as the leader in the batting average category. Right now, that would be 100 points, make it 90 points above Elena Ross, who is second at Walters State at 455. Lydia Kirby is 443, third in the conference. So Maya Collier could take over the RBI lead. She continues in the pace that she's on right now. She is blistering the ball. Lady Pioneers will next take on Southwest Tennessee. They'll travel to Memphis on Friday and then back here next Monday, playing out-of-conference doubleheader against Snead State. Lord Will and I will broadcast that doubleheader right here on the Ball State Sports Network. At least that is the plan. Top of the fourth we go. Jadis Parrish, who struck out in the first. Lines one out to center field. Robinson comes in. She makes the catch chest high for out number one. She's made the last 3 outs for Vol State. Now Jacqueline Luke, this catcher, cleanup hitter, stands in. She popped out to Fuqua at second. Fuqua is no longer at second. I look up. That is a line drive right to Willow Carden, who's the new third baseman. For out number 2. Would assume that's Avery Wright at second base. Collier's still at shortstop. Kirby is still at first base. Abby Brown lined out to Collier at short. And she's swinging early and pops this one to center field. On comes, I'm assuming that's still Katie Robinson. It looks like it is. Out number 3. I think it might be Kylie Maldonado, who's the new right fielder. And is it Kirsten Smith out and left? So we had some changes there. I think that was still Kirby at first base, but I think we did have a new catcher as well. Need to pay more attention, I guess, to the defense. No runs, no hits, no errors in the fourth for Columbia State. Take a break and be right back to the bottom of the fourth. And a bunch of pinch hitters, or they came in defense in the top of the inning. This is Kylie Maldonado getting her first at-bat. Facing Jaylee Warren. Kylie, a freshman, starts to go, tries to hold up, but she cannot. Transfer from Ottawa University. She lives here in Hendersonville now, but she moved from Rancho Cucamonga, California. Exercise science major. Daughter of Sam and Cindy Maldonado, brothers Josh and Jeremiah. She has a grandma in Arizona. On deck, Willow Carden, who came in for Carly Costley at third base. Ball 3 to Maldonado. Kylie hitting .369, playing in game number 28. 24 hits, 4 doubles, 2 home runs, 18 RBIs. 3-1 pitch is out of the zone for ball 4. Second walk of the game by Warren. And Willow Carden steps in the right-handed batter's box wearing number 8. Squares around the bunt, pulls the bat back, and the pitch goes low and away. Carden, 5'9" freshman from Coffee County High School in Manchester, Tennessee, an elementary education major. 2 balls and no strikes. The daughter of Billy Bob and Rachel Carden, sister to Eliza, Gus, Pearl, Will, and Abe, and the granddaughter of Grandma in Beech Grove, Tennessee. Grounds one fouled. Christian Lynn offers up his foot and makes the stop. Carden hitting .282. She's got 31 hits. 10 of those are doubles. Called strike on the swing. Count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 triple, 5 home runs, 36 RBIs. Jayla Warren ready to deliver. That is down low. The Full Count Ministries, full count. Timeout called. Ball got loose down in the right field corner again out of the bullpen. Carden in limited action. She's tied for 8th in the conference in doubles with 10. Full count pitch is inside, ball 4. First 2 have reached on free passes. Delivered up by Jaylee Warren. Now Kirsten Smith, the freshman from Louisville, Ballard High School, stands in. A sometime pitcher and a sometime outfielder. Catches the knees at the corner for a called strike. Kirsten, a digital and broadcast media major. Daughter of Greg and Kathleen Smith. Sister to Shelby and the granddaughter of Grandma in Louisville and Grandma in Corden, Indiana. Kirsten hitting .317. This is her 29th game of the year. 13 hits, 3 doubles, 18 RBIs. Batting for Caitlin Dillard. First pitch she sees is high and away. Doesn't appear as though there are any defensive changes for Columbia State. Smith grounds one to the right side. Gloved by Abby Brown. Throw to first after stepping on second is not in time. It is the fielder's choice. Runners now at first and third with 1 out. Then Addie Knoll. I believe Addie might have come in for the catcher. That would make sense. First pitch misses. Well, except for she's hitting for Katie Robinson, the center fielder. Count goes 2 balls and a strike. Make it 3-1. Addie's from right here in Gallatin. Went to Liberty Creek High School. Daughter of Sean and Sarah. Sister to Jake and Max. She's a freshman. Swing and a miss. Way out in front of that changeup. Full count Ministries, full count. Maldonado at third and Smith at first. Off the handle, the bat popped up to short throw to first, and just back is Smith. Now 2 outs. Kendra McNeil hitting for Harrison. Might have been Kendra that was behind the plate. She is a catcher. Takes the first pitch inside. Ball 2 to the left-handed hitting freshman from Nolensville High School, Nolensville, Tennessee. General Studies major, the daughter of Jason and Paula McNeil. Sister to Trent. Brown's 1 to second base. Brown's going to throw over to first to retire McNeil. The granddaughter of Grandpa and Grandma in Valmeyer, Illinois, and Grandma in Anna, Illinois. And that will take care of the Lady Pioneers. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 runners left on base. The leadoff walks ended up getting stranded. Ball State takes a 10-0 lead to the top of the 5th. And if Columbia State doesn't score 3, then this game will be over early. So we'll see what happens when we return on the Ball State Sports Network. Charis Nichols back out in the circle, trying to pick up a complete game victory, looking for her 12th win of the year, her 3rd complete game. 27th appearance of the year. Delivers a strike to Bella Birdsong. Birdsong lined out to Collier at short in the 2nd. From Leicester, Alabama, a freshman. Screwball, or I guess that's a little slider, not a screwball, off the end of the bat. A little lazy looper out to Amaya Collier for out number 1. Kirsten Smith is in left. Katie Robinson, if she wasn't, I think she was out there last inning as well. She has re-entered. Kylie Maldonado back out in right. Willow Carden at 3rd. Amaya Collier at short. Avery Wright is at 2nd. Lydia Kirby still at first base. And Kendra McNeil behind the plate. Catching Charis Nichols. The only one not to get an at-bat is Avery Wright. Swing and a miss by Micah Price. Squared around as though she was going to bunt, but she pulls the bat back. She has 1 of the 2 hits for Columbia State. A fly ball out to right center field that split the gap. picked up a double but was stranded at second. Pops this one up. That'll get out of play. Count will go to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Burning question is the super fan, Dr. Wendy Tostenson, listening into the broadcast while she works today? Inquiring minds want to know. And whether or not the athletic director for Columbia State is listening. Katie Willingham is the throw from Willow Carden right on the line. She picked that ground ball up. Throws over to first for out number 2. It brings up Chloe West. First pitch to West is up. Also have to have a Toyota Gallatin player of the game. I think it's Cheris Nichols. She can get the shutout, and will end up being a 3-hitter, as that is an infield single for Chloe West. Got that one off the end of the bat. Collier tried to come in and make the catch in the air, ended up hitting the ground and glancing off of her glove. I'm not the official scorer, so if they show that as an error in the box score, that's not me doing that. High fly ball out to left center field. This should do it. And the catch is made by Katie Robinson. And that will end the ball game. Ball State wins 10-0 that inning. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, and 1 runner left on base. 3 hits in the ball game, and a complete game shutout for Cheris Nichols, who is our Toyota of Gallatin player of the game. Congratulations to Cheris. Go over and see my friend Emily Smith in the service department and claim your prize. I'm not sure what it is today. Might be a pencil. I'm just kidding. There's no prize. Other than recognition on the Vol State Sports Network of a job well done. Cheris, 5 innings, no run, 3-hit ball, and she gets her 12th win of the year against 2 defeats. Ball State moves to 37-10, and now 19-4 in conference play. Pretty much nailing down that second slot for the tournament that will begin May 2nd for some teams, May 3rd for others. Jaylee Warren will get the loss. She falls to 1-10 on the season. No save in the game. Our Full Count Ministries verse of the game found in the book of Luke, chapter 18, verse 7. And will not God bring about justice for his chosen ones who cry out to him day and night? Will he keep putting them off? He will not. That was my add-on there at the end. He will not. He has not, and he will not. Luke chapter 18, verse 7 is our Full Count Ministries verse of the game, using Full Count Ministries broadcast equipment from time to time, especially on road games for baseball. Thank those folks for allowing me to use their equipment. I am the summertime broadcaster for Full Count Rhythm, so I keep all that equipment. They don't even know what to do with it. So it'll take care. Game number 1 is Ball State gets the 10-0 victory. In 3 games, they still have not allowed a run. Maya Collier was 3 for 3 in the game. Could have been our Toyota of Gallatin player of the game without any question. 4 RBIs on the grand slam. She had 2 singles as well. She is now 37 for 58 with a 15-game hitting streak. In that 15-game span, 9 doubles, 4 triples. She now has 9 home runs in the last 15 games and make it 51 RBIs, hitting over 6, I want to guess 30 now in that time span. She came in with the longest current hitting streak. Erica Abbott had a 14-game hitting streak earlier this year. Abbott now on a 7-game hitting streak. Shelby Green with a 7-game hitting streak as well. Katie Robinson now a 4-game hitting streak. And Maya Collier now with the longest hitting streak for Vol State this year. It's 15 games and counting. For Dr. T and Athletic Director Bobby Hudson, head coach Christian Lynn, this is Tim Reese, and I'll be right back in about 20-25 minutes for game number 2. If you can't join me, appreciate you watching and listening. Game 1 here on the Vol State Sports Network.